are enabling that to happen in a way that like either.
We have also been doing all of our live streams from home throughout the pandemic. And so if you are interested, I remember thinking about Aaron Sims Creative when we had them on, exploring the possibility of also creating video game based off of the movies that they are creating using Unreal Engine, which I find super exciting to see what comes out of that. Sort of how industries are now just crossing paths, and these channels are opening up, and it allows us to just share knowledge and experience and see, how the industry at large can grow, or all of our industries at large can grow out of that. Super exciting. I do want to go ahead and play at Unreal Fest Online 2020. We debuted the Unreal for All Creators video, which is a really cool masterpiece. We also had them on the live stream talking about how it was produced. Can we please play the video?
It starts with an idea, the desire to create, to solve, to play, to share, to interact. Together we can build new worlds. The freedom to create for all.
Beautiful little short promotional piece. If you are curious how it was developed, you can go ahead and check out the live stream we did with some of the creators. We also did an asset release for the project that was used in production for the Unreal for All Creators video.
Yeah, so if you go to unrealengine.com/creators, you'll be able to find those assets.
Awesome plug. Now, we also want to talk a little bit about the Epic Online Services. Tim, this is a big initiative for us. Would you like to mention what this is about?
Yeah, sure. Our way of doing things at Epic is to build games and build new technology to support the games, and then open up everything to other developers to use themselves. And one of the real success stories of Fortnite is the friend system. There have been more than 350 million players coming into Fortnite, and they've made more than 2 billion friends in the system. And so we've opened up all of these systems to other developers to use, so that their customers can come in and you can have a cross-platform game where you have friends across all platforms. And when new players come in, if they've ever played Fortnite and have friends there, then they automatically have all of those friend relationships. Kind of providing the kind of functionality that's existed on Steam, Xbox Live, and PlayStation Network, but in a completely cross-platform way that plays really nicely with the consoles and their existing systems. And so that and a whole lot of other services are now available for free to all developers to use in their game. And we're making this free because all game developers so much that we felt we would grow it faster, and everybody would benefit more if we didn't charge money for it. And so the Epic Online Services Initiative is available to all developers to adopt for free, and lots of really interesting new features will be coming online over time. Anything that you've seen in Fortnite is likely coming to EOS over the next year.
The developer portal is available now. You can go ahead and download the SDK and implement it in your game. I have also seen a community-made plugin that exposes the entire API into blueprints, if that's your preferred way of working with Unreal Engine. It exists on the UE Marketplace. We wouldn't be able to do this year in review live stream without making sure that we do a little bit of a shout out to all of the other teams that are working with Epic. Make sure that we go ahead and mention Cubic Motion, 3Lateral, as well as Quixel. The UE5 demo would not have been possible without Quixel. So make sure we all in chat, please give a big shout out to the other teams that are working with us. Yay. A little clap there. And now I think it's time to talk a little bit about the future.
Oh, sure. we've talked about a lot of the future already with Unreal Engine 5, but you know, Epic has been building two sets of developer tools for a long time. One has been the Unreal Engine, which AAA game developers use to produce world-class games that are completely standalone. And the other tool set is Fortnite Creative, where tens or hundreds of millions of creators have gone in and built their own environments or played environments built by other creators themselves. And that's trying to turn Fortnite into something bigger than the game. An entire world that is much bigger than Epic's vision or capacity to build. A world that's everybody's, all of ours together. We envision a future where there are, huge variety of experiences in Fortnite, all created by the community. One of the things that's been in the works for a while now is we've been looking at how to help these worlds come together. And so I want to introduce two longtime Epic folks, Carlos Coelho and Zach Parrish, to come on the stream and show us and talk about some of the efforts that the Fortnite team has been working on. You guys.
Hey everyone. So thanks, Tim. Let me just start by saying a couple quick things. Like here on the Fortnite team, we use the Unreal Engine and the Unreal Editor to build a game. Today, we're going to give you an early preview of our efforts to share those tools with all Fortnite creators. Think of this as an extension of the existing creative toolset and not a replacement. And then another thing to think about is that this is an early look and it's very early, so please bear with any rough edges. But we're super excited to show you. And I'm also super excited to be joined by Zach Parrish, who's going to be showing us some of the awesome things you can build with the Unreal Editor. So let's actually start by showing a video that we recorded earlier of us building a little shrine, like mini shrine, to an old fan favorite, Kevin. So yeah, let's cue the video and take a look.
Yes.
Zach, if you want to.
Yeah, so here we're actually doing something pretty interesting. We're importing a custom mesh. This is a high-res Hollywood-grade model of the complex geometry of Kevin.
Yeah, it might be the most high poly mesh in the game.
Yeah, we had to be really careful with this one. And then I'll just drag this right into the view, and there's Kevin in his untextured glory. But then we can go right over to his properties and set a material on him. So here's the Kevin material. But the great thing is that we're going to give you the ability to jump into these materials. And here you can see the node graph, which makes Kevin possible. So here's all of the bits and pieces that define his surface. And we can even go in and make changes to them. So here's his base diffuse property. We can set this to a garish shade of pink if we want. And then if we save this out, then Kevin, as you can see, is now pink. But we're going to set it back to something a little more Kevin-like.
Oh.
So now this is a quick section where we're just going to show some of the new object placement tools. So a quick shout out actually to Ashley Ludlander toolset to build a small shrine to Kevin to kind of show this off. You see he's bringing in some static meshes, quickly adjusting their properties. And these are the same tools that our developers actually use to put the game itself together. So our goal is to give you the same kind of power, the same tool set that we use to bring Fortnite to you season after season.
Yeah, absolutely. Like really as one-to-one as possible from normal Unreal Engine workflows. It'll take us a while to get there, but we're super excited for this.
Okay, we have the three rocks. Of course, that's important. So you need something that looks very shriny. And so now here's Kevin in his VFX splendor. And we're going to bring in a particle system. This is actually from a previous season of Fortnite. It's a little star dome. We'll put that on Kevin's head. Now, the neat thing is that we can actually jump into Niagara, which is the full particle system inside of Unreal. And you can see I can rotate around the particle system, take a look at the node graph definition, which defines this effect. And I could even go in and make this my own customized version of this effect straight from the Fortnite content. There you have it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now why don't we go and show kind of another kind of big part of the toolset, which is essentially, I think there's another video for us actually. So, you see some new buttons in the toolbar. One of them is upload project. And that will actually take the content that we just created and imported and upload it to the cloud, have it be processed in the cloud, and delivered to an actual running game session. So here was us actually playing around in Party Royale. And you could see consoles playing. We had some capture team members on console and PC, and it showed up in a normal Party Royale session, which is pretty cool. The other part of this that we're doing is actually leveraging the connection to a running game to allow you to make live edits quickly and easily. And we support things right now like translation, rotation, but we really want to expand that over time. And I think one of the most powerful things that we've found, developing creative, is just how powerful quick iteration and faster iteration is. And, and some of the things you can do in creative, like being able to do that with a full broad tool set is frankly amazing.
Oh, not
So
to
we're
nerd
super
out,
excited
but
about that.
just the ability to be able to make edits like that on the fly that people could actually see live in game that might be the most exciting aspect of this for me anyway.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, it's one of the things that maybe doesn't show off well on video, but I 100% agree. Like this is the thing that I geek out on all the time, for sure. So one cool thing, just FYI, is that we kind of wanted to prove out the whole end-to-end flow. So we did push out this content, or actually an earlier version of this content, to Party Royale right now. So those people in game, feel free to head over there to where you see us editing, and you should be able to see a version of it. Now, please bear in mind, this part of it is probably the most kind of proof of concept. So don't be surprised if there are bugs in game. But yeah, again, we really wanted to show everything end to end and thought that was really powerful. So we do know that this is kind of only one part of the tool set, right? This is content. And another thing that's really important is code. So we are working on tools for that as well. And we wanted to give you a quick early glimpse of that, of a new scripting language we're developing, which Epic engineer Tim Telton is about to show us. So why don't we cue that video?
Hello. I was part of the team that helped launch Fortnite Creative. Since then, the community's done some amazing things, and we want to give them even more tools to help build fun and engaging experiences inside of Fortnite. Let me walk you through an early prototype of one of these new tools, a game script used to implement box fight. We start the script by waiting for players to join. As you can see, some commands take time to complete, and the game continues on as this script waits for an event. Once players have joined, we start our game by setting the player's spawn points and inventory. To change things up, we use the current round variable inside this method to set up a different inventory in some of the rounds. Next, we make players invulnerable and start the round countdown timer. Partway through the countdown, we enable building so people can get ready to play. And we enable multiple round end conditions. Either one player can remain, or 0, or the round will time out. Returning to our game script, once the end conditions are met, we display a round end message. Then we disable combat and the storm. And then we reset everything for the next round and run the same script again. We can also tweak a few small changes to the player inventory items in script between rounds, like adding impulse grenades or clingers. Very small changes can have a dramatic impact on gameplay. This is a very early prototype, and we still have a lot of work ahead of us. But we're looking forward to what our creators will be able to do with much more powerful tools. Look forward to more details as we continue development in 2021.
Awesome. Well, we're super excited to bring this to community. In terms of time frame, we're not sure. Probably sometime in we'll see. We'll take things one step at a time.
And the goal here is really to bring in more of the Unreal Engine authorship tools that we use here at Epic. I mean, obviously, you can already place objects in your Fortnite creative scenes. A lot of those types of things like move, rotate, scale, those have been there. Yep. But we want to give you access to your particle authoring tools or your material editor and things that we use to bring the game to life so that you can start making even more customized experiences yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like unlocking those tools in a way that you can leverage in creative. Like there's some really powerful things there that we want to explore.
Yeah, it's really awesome work. Congratulations, folks. And this is an early peek at something that's in development, but Yeah, it's the first step into a larger world in which the world of Fortnite Creative and the world of the Unreal Engine and the full set of tools that AAA developers use to build major console games converge to give creators even more power in the future. And these are two worlds that will coexist side by side with the Fortnite Creative Mode existing on every platform and every control scheme, and some of these advanced tools running on PCs, for high-end developers, and it's going to be the interplay between creators using Fortnite Creative and developers using the tool set working together that's going to create a lot of really interesting interactions.
All right. Are you all ready to answer a couple of questions from chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it.
Cool. Extrasum5 asked, can you mod in any platform? And if so, do you need a third-party app?
So the 100% the goal is just like everything in Fortnite Creative inside of Fortnite, that everything you create works on every platform and you can publish and see it live on every platform, which is why it was important to even demo the Windows and console together, just to show that. The third-party tool is the Unreal Editor. So, it'll be, a flavor of the Unreal Editor for sure with custom things for our tool set, like you saw the upload button, but you will be able to use, external third-party tools like Maya and Max and Houdini and, in terms of creating content. So that's true, yes.
Leads us over to the next question. TitchMW asked, will you be able to import custom assets like models into the game?
So toolset, yes, absolutely. I think we still have to figure out moderation and, getting, what that looks like for sure. So we're a little thoughtful there. But it's super powerful to be able to import your own assets and create content and create things that doesn't look like Fortnite and support that. So
that's right. And remember, Fortnite is going to be moving to Unreal Engine 5 in 2021. And so a lot of these Unreal Engine 5 features you've seen demonstrated on the high end will become possible in this environment. And they'll create a really interesting a combination of Fortnite visual style, plus the option of having completely photorealistic content in creator worlds as well.
And all of those things that we were talking about to make it easier to bring things in without worrying as much about optimization, it all applies here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, that is one of the things that we're kind of working through. It's like taking some of those tool sets and workflows and figuring out the best manifestation of that for the tool set, without sacrificing the tools and the power, but, figuring out how to automatically optimize. Like those are all things that we're kind of taking into account as we iterate through everything that we're going to be doing over the next 6 months to a year.
Moving back to a couple of the questions we received earlier in the stream here in regards to U5, Captain Gravyboat asked, which platforms will Nanite and Lumen support, and how will the tech scale to lower end platforms?
So the next generation, I guess they're current generation consoles now, I guess we could call them, is definitely supported, as well as high-end PC. I don't think we know yet as far as how low it will scale. So I don't have anything to report there, but it will definitely be supporting in its highest fidelity there. And then we're going to have technology to make it so that the assets that were imported for that quality level can be shipped across the full scale of platforms that UE5 supports.
Right. So you build your high-end movie quality content once, and players will see that directly on these high-end devices, and then everywhere else it will be scaled down, but it will still work.
Exactly.
At a lower level of visual quality without the micro-polygon geometry.
Moving on, Voxelize asked, Lumen video shows mostly diffuse bounce light. Is multiple bounces supported for specular as well?
Multiple bounces is supported by Lumen. The specular side of things is currently in rapid development. Multiple bounces will be supported by specular, but that doesn't mean they'll necessarily be like full caustic bounces. So if you could see multiple bounces after the first bounce, it might be fairly diffuse for the rest of the bounces, but it won't just be like a complete loss of energy after it hits the first thing. if that makes sense.
Misanthrope asked, will Nanite work with VR?
Yes. There's aspects of VR support. It probably won't be there in the very first version that we release. The like early access version that we mentioned will be out at the beginning of next year, but it will be supported eventually by the time that we're ready for the full UE5 release.
And then let's see, I think we had one more. The Autumn asked, when will we see DLSS and ray trace global illumination from emissive materials added to the engine?
DLSS and ray trace global illumination already shipped in Fortnite, I believe. As far as bounces from emissive, I'm not sure the answer to that.
Moving on then a little bit, we had a couple of questions in regards to virtual production as well. Jemerson Art asked, have you looked at the methods being explored by companies like Corridor Digital regarding connecting their camera systems in via LiveLink and how you deal with those large data streams, including motion capture and facial capture as well? Non-LED screens, but still fast responsiveness.
I don't have a particular answer for that one in terms of virtual production, but I do know that we're always working on latency, and we've been tracking that down for a while.